Welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Riesa Pascal. Now, Halloween is fast approaching along with all its spooky fun, but sometimes our little ones get a bit frightened and not in a fun way when they see those scary images that go along with the holiday. So what can we do? Well, Hannah Keeley, America's #1 mom coach, a parenting expert, master life coach, and mom of 7, joins us now to let us in on some tips that will get the little ones ready for All Hallows Eve. Hi, Anna.
Hi, Riesa. Thank you so much for having me here. Such a joy.
Oh, we're great. We're happy to have you. This is a very timely conversation with Halloween right around
Yeah.
the corner. But before we discuss that, as we said in the intro, you're a mom coach. But what is that? Can you explain what that means?
Actually, I help moms get out of stress. And so that if you can get out of stress, you can basically do everything else. So I massively increase productivity and help them eliminate all the things that are really driving them crazy. And it works.
Oh, nice. I know all our moms can use that advice. So let's
Yes.
talk Halloween now. First off, Halloween is supposed to have some level of spookiness, but, sometimes our kids get too scared, as we shared. So what is your first tip for how kids can be able to avoid being afraid?
Yeah, well, the goal of all of this is to make sure your children understand it's pretend. Because so many times, if we shelter them too much and they see something scary, which we can't avoid that, they're going to see some images that can potentially scare them. And if they think it's real, it just increases the fear factor. So the first thing I like to say is play around with makeup. Like you can get super cheap makeup kits at the store and just spend a day with your kids putting on different makeup, maybe like, black under your eyes to make it look a little bit scary.
Oh,
So they
fun.
understand, okay, there's a person underneath the makeup.
Love that. Okay, so that's our first fear-proofing Halloween tip. Now I know you have another one. Let's talk about number 2. Have kids face some fear. So you want to actually expose them to that?
I know that sounds counterintuitive, Raisa, but what really happens is we help them develop a tolerance for fear, understanding the reality that is pretend. And so some things you might want to do is like play, hide and seek, maybe turn out the lights and help them understand that sometimes being a little bit afraid is exhilarating and it can be fun. And so that way they're not so shocked when, Halloween comes around and someone jumps out of the bushes. It can be, okay, we're used to doing this. We can play pretend. We can have fun with this.
Excellent. Now your third tip is to shop for confidence. I'm trying to
Yes.
understand what that one means. Tell me about that.
I know this is not fashion tip. This is definitely a Halloween tip for kids. But go into some of the stores, some of those pop-up stores that are featuring Halloween decor and Halloween costumes, and let them see different costumes so they can see that this is just playing dress up. And honestly, Raisa, we never grow out of playing dress up. I mean, look at that
Absolutely.
fabulous dress you've got on, right?
Thanks.
And so we can just do that with the kids and say, look, it's just pretend. I'm not really this mummy or this monster. It's me underneath this, and they can have fun doing that as well.
Very good. Now, when it comes to those scarier things, what is the right age for the child to be exposed to that?
Well, what I like to imagine is what is my child going to see? Like if they have their own phone or if they have, open access, maybe they go to a friend's house and they're watching movies. I always think, what could they potentially see? And I always want to prepare them for it, no matter what. If it's something scary, if it's something, some kind of adversity, I always want to let them know that they are safe, they're okay, they're grounded, and whatever they're exposed to, we can always talk about it. And they have some type of template to put what they see, those images onto. For example, for Halloween, it's like, okay, this is pretend. I know this because I played this at home, and now I have a hook in my mind to put that on.
And when all else fails and the child is just sees that awful thing and they're terrified, what do we do? What do the moms do?
Talk about it.
Okay.
Communication is so important. Don't just say, oh, I shouldn't have let you see that. That's so bad. I wish you hadn't seen it. Sometimes even like a commercial, like an advertisement for a
Sure.
movie can be terrifying to a child. So you need to talk about it. Maybe talk about how it's not real. Show how you can look through a camera and change filters and all of these things so they see, okay, this is how you make a movie. This is how you produce an image. So you can even pretend like, make a movie at home. Try to create scary images so they can see, okay, this is part of the creation
Right.
process and it's okay.
Hannah, you have brought such helpful information and tips to us. For those of you at home, you want to know more, check out Hannah's website, hannahkeeley.com, and look out for Hannah Keeley on social media. Hannah, thank you again for sharing with us.